When I first started my print on demand business, I believed that you had to do more. I was waking up as early as 3 to 4 in the morning. I was grinding, creating as many listings as I possibly could. And most of those early listings that I put in a lot of sweat and tears into never ended up selling. Then, when I started my second print on demand shop, I did things completely differently. I slowed down, I was intentional, and that shop actually hit six figures in its first 90 days. So when I see the advice that is telling you to list more, go faster, do everything in excess, that is something that I just get major ick from. Every single day, I am seeing new tools, new softwares, new systems that just keep popping up. And it's all centered around this idea that you need to do more and you need to do it faster. The marketing behind these things, it's just using urgency to pull people in. You see things like this: launch 120 products in the time it takes to launch one. Or though we analyzed the top 1,000 shops on Etsy and found that on average, shops with more listings make 9 times more sales. That is missing a ton of nuance. Maximize your earnings with more listings. More. All of these things are just centered around urgency angles. And my major beef that I have with these urgency angles is it attracts people who are desperate to have something work. And I truly say that with so much love, but when you are operating from a place of needing to make money, needing to make something work for you, you are operating from a much different place. You are operating and making decisions from emotion and not from a strategized standpoint. And what softwares and tools that are using these urgency tactics are doing is really preying on people who are in a vulnerable position. And that is what just doesn't sit right with me. Print on demand is something that has so much creative energy and flow to it, but it is a business, and you cannot run a business from a desperate, emotionally reactive place. When you are in that headspace of, I need this to work, you are going to be throwing everything at the wall. You're going to be listing hundreds of products, hoping something sticks. And then when something doesn't produce that result that you expected, you're going to quit, not because you weren't capable, but because you were set up with the wrong expectations. This is my own experience, my own lived in experience. When I first started, I thought that's what you were supposed to do, that you were supposed to just list a ton of things, go absolutely balls to the wall. I was waking up at 3 a.m., creating a bunch of things. And of course, hindsight being 2020, I would have done things completely differently now, knowing what I know, of course, now 3 years later. But my second shop that I started was a test. It was the test. I am a very analytical, very scientific person. So I wanted to take my new formed knowledge from when I started my first shop and everything that I learned about being intentional with the work that you put into a print on demand business and seeing what type of reward you get when you are intentional with it. And as I mentioned earlier, that shop scaled to six figures in 90 days. Now, that is not typical. That is not an average results that somebody could expect. I don't want to share that for you to think, oh, if I just do X, Y, and Z, I am now going to also see that same result, because that's just not the case. But the point of me sharing that is really just to get the message across that doing more isn't what got me there. It was doing it with intention. And I was able to scale a lot more effectively, efficiently, see really great results with doing much less work. I didn't need 1,000 listings or a bunch of designs created in 0.5 seconds. Now, because I am an analytical, scientifical kind of gal, I want to talk about a researcher named Anders Ericsson. And he spent his entire career studying how people get better at things, very simply put. And what he found was that you actually don't improve from just mindless repetition. You improve from intentionally adjusting your approach over and over. So simply put, bulk uploading 1,000 listings isn't practice. Learning what your customers actually want, getting better at serving them, that is the practice, that is the implementation that is actually going to get you the results that you're looking for. And from a place of just truth and honesty, if you are in a place right now where you are desperate to make extra income, print on demand might just not be the right business model for you right now, and that's okay. There are more reliable ways to create extra income, before starting a business. Print on demand can absolutely be a great source of income and generate income for you, but it is something that you need to be able to commit to and build over time and understand that it is going to take time to probably get to the results that you are wanting, especially with generating another income. And that's not me trying to talk anybody out of starting a print on demand business. I love print on demand. I love selling print on demand products on Etsy. It has been truly my passion for the last 3 years. I am just sharing this from my heart because I just genuinely want better for people than what the just list more products advice is giving them. Now, there is one more thing I do want to touch on, and that is that not all tools are bad, but there is a difference. So I think it's really important to focus on efficiency versus excess. If you are working with a tool that is genuinely helping with efficiency, I think that is a completely different thing. Something like Hello Custom. I use Hello Custom as a tool to help automate my personalization. And so I think that there's a difference with a efficiency tool, something that is made to streamline a process after a sale has already been made, rather than an excess tool that inflates volume before any result exists. Those are really the main distinctions that I would look for as you are looking at different tools and being marketed different tools to utilize. Is it something like Hello Custom that is going to automate a process, automate the personalization after a purchase that is going to actually save you real time? When I first started seeing a lot of orders for personalized products in my shop, and at the time I didn't have any type of tool to help with that, I was working my 9 to 5 job on top of growing my print on demand business. What that ended up looking like for me was a lot of extra time in the morning going in and modifying all of those designs. And it was more so what I would consider a maintenance task. It was something that I had to do just simply to keep the wheels turning and keep the machine going, but it wasn't something that could help me grow my business even further because I was spending my time working on the fulfillment where my time would have been better spent on creating new things and not in excess, not going for the good old, let's just create 1,000 products in a day. No strategy, no research, just pure volume. Selling print on demand products on Etsy, this is not the vibe, okay? Of course, I can only speak from my own experience. If you have a story that completely negates mine, let me know in the comments down below, but I have never found that listing in excess is something that drives results. Now, if you want to know exactly what I do recommend, what I personally do, and what you could do over the next 30 days to start implementing a strategy that is not based on bulk uploading and excessive amounts of designs and work, but just a really simple approach that is going to take you less than an hour a day, then I want you to check out this video next.